What's up, guys? And today we're going to be reviewing Friday the 13th, Part 6. Now, this is my second viewing of this movie ever, and I remember really liking it the first time around that I watched it, and going back to it now, I appreciate this movie even more. It was way better than the first viewing. I mean, after watching 5 and only having like one other standout in this franchise among the other movies that I've seen, which was the final chapter, part 4. It was nice seeing this movie because, wow, does it bring a lot to the table when it comes to Friday the 13th movies. This movie was so much fun to watch. It was really great with the horror and that it balanced with the comedy and all that. It was just a fun movie to watch from start to end. So, with that being said, let's get into it. And this movie tells the tale of Tommy Jarvis, who accidentally resurrects Jason from his long dormanted slumber of death. And then he has to fix it by taking out Jason once and for all and stopping his reign of terror. And so, with that being said, let's get into the positives and the negatives of this movie. And starting off with the positives, we're going to start with Jason in this movie. Fucking great. Really good. CJ Graham does a really good job with his portrayal of Jason. It's badass. The makeup that he has is really good. And just the way he plays Jason makes him feel intimidating. And the whole look, everything, the makeup, everything done really well here with his Jason. His performance, great. The look, great. Nothing to complain about there. CJ Graham did such a good job. And then the next positive I have for the movie is that the kills in this movie are really good. Top notch Friday the 13th kills. So good. And the kill that stands out to me is the first kill that we get is with Alan Hawes. The guy that Tommy Jarvis was going to Jason's grave with in the beginning of the movie. And now that's not to say that all the other kills are bad, but this one just stands out to me the most because it's like one of the gnarliest kills in this franchise. I mean, you literally see Jason punch through a guy's chest and grab his beating heart out of his chest. Like, that is so cool. Like, that's brilliant. That's such a brilliant way to start out Jason's new reign of terror in this movie, is to show that he's not fucking around this time around by doing such a brutal act. And all the other kills in this movie are great too. I mean, man, this movie has a lot of good kills. I mean, god dang. But anyways, heading on to the next positive I have for this movie, the characters are good here. This is like a well-balanced cast, and all the characters I see are memorable here. And specifically, what they did with Tommy Jarvis is good, going from 4 to 6. Now, like I said in the last video, you can take away 5, and you wouldn't be missing anything for this movie. So I won't be bringing up 5 for that translation. It's almost like a little timeline split, but it's kind of not. But anyways, what they did with Tommy Jarvis here is really well done. And seeing him finally overcoming his trauma and beating Jason once and for all was such a good thing to see. And the final battle with him and Jason, that's another positive. And the next character that I have and Megan stands out too. Megan is such a fun character to watch to interact with Tommy Jarvis. Like her and his dynamic and the little crush they both apparently have for each other is so fun to see. um, and It's really really funny whenever they go to the blockade, and then they just try to get away, but they don't. It's really this movie's so much fun, man. God. Anyways, the next positive I have is the resurrection of Jason. I think it is handled really well. And it's not handled in a disrespectful way either, like with the shit they pulled in A Nightmare on Elm Street where Freddy gets resurrected by a dog pissing on his grave. That I believe it's like Dream Master, like Nightmare on Elm Street 4, that they do that in to bring back Freddy. And it's not a bad movie by any means, but the way they do it just symbolizes the downward spiral that franchise took from 4. They pick it up in Wes Craven's New Nightmare, but I digress. So the resurrection was handled pretty well, and I think it's really creative what they did in the lightning strike. I mean, it's obviously Frankenstein did it first, but anyways, the next positive I have is something that should have been brought in earlier, and you'd be surprised that it wasn't, and is that it was interesting to see that Jason actually is active during when campers are around at a summer camp and not just counselors that that's just cannon fodder for him. It was nice. It adds some tense to the movie. Like, you don't know what Jason's gonna do to these kids because they're on his land. Like, you don't know what he's gonna do, and just seeing that added like a little bit more frightness to the movie. And having the girls the girls at the camp see him through it's like, oh, I found there was someone outside, and also the one girl finding his machete, then bringing it to one of the other camp counselors, and then that ultimately leading to one of their deaths. Brutal death, by the way. We don't even see it. We just see the aftermath of this death. I believe we only see her get thrown through a window before Megan comes and tries to find her and just sees the carnage that ensued in this room. It was handled well. The atmosphere is probably the best here, tied with 4 right now in terms of spookiness when it comes to the camp setting or around the Crystal Lake area setting. So, and there we go. And I have only one negative for this movie, and that is I wish it kind of went into a little bit more detail on how Tommy Jarvis knew to chain Jason down in the lake, and that would prevent him from doing anything else. Because we do see him rent or buy some books about undead and how to make the dead rest, but those are only books. I wish we saw we had a scene where he flips a page and he's oh, there, and it shows us. I wish it kind of did that, but the movie doesn't, so it's just kind of left up to oh yeah, he read this, and then he just kind of pulled it out of his ass, assuming that leaving Jason down there would fix the problem until the next movie. So that's only one bad thing I have for this movie. I mean, everything else is great. This movie is stellar. It's one of the 3 standouts I have for this franchise. This one, and part 4. But we haven't gotten to the 3rd standout, which used to be my favorite. We'll see if it still is when we get to it. But this movie is great. I would recommend going to check it out right now. This is also a good stopping off point because it's only downhill from here until you get to the remake. So, anyways, I would give this movie a 4.75 out of 5. Go check it out, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.